Hi tubes, me and Mike are here at the Jacktown show, engine show, and we got, what year is that?
1915.
1915 International Moog. I was going to say Moog.
One horse.
And it belongs to our buddy Rob.
Hi dude.
You remember our machinist buddy? So he's got this hooked up to what year is that?
1900-ish.
Yeah, 1900-ish Lathe. Let me come around and take a look at this. He already did a little cutting on it. It's only for demonstration. But let's see what you can do, buddy. You need any help, let me know.
Okay. Like he was helping on the flywheel?
Yeah.
We're just doing a little demonstration. Got this old junk crank. What it might look like. Lathe don't have any dials. You kind of got to approximate things.
It's got an auto feed? Oh yeah, look at that.
It's got a thread and feed. I got it set to cut a real fine thread, so it's just working to. So there it goes. It's cut.
Is that wire be grounded for the magneto?
Let me step back. Step back and get a look at this whole thing.
That's that heavy cut.
Pretty incredible.
I think if you use a condom as a belt, it might work better.
Yeah, the lighting isn't that good, so it might not focus in.
I need to get another belt. The belt I had all made up nice, it was tight. Went down the road and was sitting on there loose. Apparently the lacing fell out and the belt went on the road, and I didn't catch that until I got to the show. So I had to find this belt here at the show and try to hand put the lacing in with pliers, and it didn't really work out so good, so it's barely working.
A field repair.
Field repair.
There you go. We did. Pretty cool.
They had a good ratio on it. My grandmother used to shuttle sewing for 30 years.
Looks like a piece of wire or thread with a little lever. And I didn't know if somebody dropped it down in the where you put the water.
Mike's in training. He's checking it out. How's it looking? Yeah?
I think he needs to sharpen his tool there.
Oh yeah? Alright. This thing has an interesting way of being held in. Explain that, Rob.
Okay, this is old style machining. This is turning between centers. You still sort of turn between centers, but everything was done this way back in the 1900 or before. So what's called a lathe dog, and that's clamped to the workpiece. And that's the tail of the lathe dog, comes through the faceplate on this side, that pin there, so it's driving by this piece here, is turned by the lathe. And then take it out so we can show people what it looks like. So there's a pair of centers, one in the tailstock, which I'm cranking now, and one in the headstock. So there's a center in this end, center in that end with the clamp, the lathe dog. Line that up in there on the center, and you put this back in here. And you got to kind of snug it up just so it moves.
Is it a live center?
No, it's a dead center. They call dead centers. So you then put that in there so it's just there, back it up a little bit, and then lock it. And then it'll just have enough in there to spin around. There's some oil and stuff on there. And that drives it, and that's driving between centers.
Pretty interesting, since they didn't have the, what do they call that when you turn it?
The chuck and stuff.
Chuck, yeah.
You know, you can
3 or 4 jaw chuck.
You can put those on your back. There's a 3 jaw chuck sitting right there. A little too big for this, but that's of the period of it. And then they used to do a lot of turnings done today where you put the piece through the headstock. Well, they never used to do that. They used to have a very small hole, and that was just to knock the center out. So everything was all done long like this. You know, long work, you had to work on the end. You did it with this little steady rest. the thinking to put things through pass through the spindle, that didn't come in until 1920s, 30s or something. Then they started making bigger holes in the spindles of the lathe.
Pretty cool. Funny how big this is, and that's only about, what, a 6/18?
It's a 9-inch swing, 24-inch centers.
Really?
Yeah.
It's bigger than I thought. Pretty cool, buddy. What do you got down here on the leg?
This is the chart for the change gears. A lot of lathes have a quick change gearbox, couple handles over here to move around. Well, this is all done with loose gears. There's a whole set of gears that goes on this lathe. I have this set to cut a thread, I don't know, third to slowest thread on there. And I'm using that as a feed because it doesn't have like an automatic feed. So I'm just using the thread screw to feed it along at a very slow. So I think I got it set to cut, let's see here,
You swung the whole cylinder.
100 threads per inch. So I'm using that as a feed.
Chucked it.
That's why I went so slow?
That's why it's going so slow. You could cut as much as like 4 threads per inch on this, which would move very fast. And I'm just using that as a feed. You know, you just engage this little handle here, and that engages the half nut on the screw and just drags the carriage very slowly. You know, same as a modern lathe. This lathe design, it comes out about 1880. They made it for about 30 years.
Pretty cool.
Mounted that one.
Alrighty. Thanks, buddy. Rob has a catalog here that goes along with this lathe.
Yeah, this is it's dated 1907, and it's from the W.F. John Barnes Company, and it covers this lathe and some of the other ones they made. So it's his original book of the period. That's the smallest one. That don't have a back gear.
Look at this seat. Imagine sitting in that seat for 8 hours, 12 hours a day.
And this is what this lathe is here, except this is the Velocipede version. You sit on a seat and you pedal it like a bicycle.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And it's going to have a 3-step pulley, which would be in that hole on the leg of the lathe.
Right.
But you had other options. You could get a regular counter shaft, which is kind of like I built on the lathe there, or you get little bench legs. They get a little bit bigger. And these go all the way up. A 13-inch that you could hand treadle. I can't imagine making something that large.
Well, at least there's 4 of them.
Yeah, you move it down if you want to work on this end.
You have to have a close friend.
Yeah, or they had a counter shaft for the ceiling.
Huh.
And,
yeah, it's getting dark out here. I don't know how well you guys can see this, but it's pretty cool.
You know, and then the 13-inch, then that one's got feeds. That's a fancy one. It's got threads and feeds.
That one's upside down. There you go. Pretty cool.
And there's some
That's what we
other,
go to America, this kind of stuff.
and they got gear cutting attachment, grinding and polishing, sit and pedal that for a little grinder. And here's all the tools.
Accessories. Very cool. Oh, there's a chuck.
There's the chucks.
3, 4.
3-jaw, 4-jaw. We still use stuff like this today. A little fancier. Principal air twist drills. There's early drill chucks. Little sleeves, and there's the prices. Now this lathe was, well, that's the weights. The price is in here someplace. They also made drill presses too. I think this lathe, according to here, was $100 in 1907, which is a fair chunk of money.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah. So it's pretty cool stuff. The book is probably rarer than the lathe.
I was just going to ask you, is it original or reproduction?
No, this is the original book.
Wow. That's a mint condition there.
Yeah. So
I wonder if they make these in reproduction.
I don't know. I mean, I bet they do. It's established 1872, so they've been building them a while.
Wow, so that book is how many years old? 100 and some?
9 years old?
Wow. Pretty cool.
So I don't really know exactly how old the lathe is because they didn't change it much. So the lathe could be 1880s, it could be 1907.
Right.
The pictures show the same thing.
Pretty cool.
Good stuff.
Yeah. All right. All right, I'm going to let you continue on, Rob.
All right.
Say goodbye to your fans.
Bye, fans.